when he's all grown up. Now, how many times have you heard this?
Oh, like for 10 years now.
All right, here's Danica. She's with us right now. Danica McKellar is the author. Is with us this morning, right?
Oh, Winnie Danica. Is that what you called her?
I said, when he's all grown up.
Great. Good to see you.
So nice to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
I mean, I always thought you were gorgeous. I mean, you got even more gorgeous. It's unbelievable.
Thank you. Well, you didn't have that weird, awkward period that so many of us, and even kid TV stars,
Well, we didn't really see that awkward period because you were, how old were you when you first started TV?
I was 12. I went till I was 18 on the Wonder Years, so it was in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's true because it's usually like 12 through 15.
Well,
so
I'm having my awkward period now, so, you just never know. Oh, look at these two.
God, look at you.
Do you remember that time? Was it a good time for you?
Yes. Oh, it was a great time. It was my childhood. Documented on television.
Now, were you a diva or were you a nice girl?
Oh, I think I was a nice girl. My parents raised me right.
Well, I know, because that was also a time when the tabloids weren't as after celebrities, especially teen celebrities, as they are now.
That's true.
How do you think you would have done if you were like there now?
I think I would have been okay because I didn't go to parties. I didn't drink underage. I didn't do any of that stuff. I was very studious. I studied and I went to work.
I also
juggling with two things, that was a lot.
I remember I interviewed you several times as you were growing up through the years, and you always had, I don't know if you like this or not, you always had the ladylike thing about you, even when you were young.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a very nice, classy thing, and you remain true to that. But you're also, this is a shock to people who don't know. People who know about it. You've written a book about math. You graduated from, UCLA?
UCLA, yes.
Yeah. What's the deal about the paper that your name is on?
Oh, okay. When I was an undergraduate at UCLA, I co-authored a research paper, sort of casually known as the Shays-McKellar-Winn theorem now. So we approved the new theorem and we got published, and very exciting. I get to sort of be a professional mathematician.
Wow. So do you say, like, when you were working on it, that it's in development?
No,
Hollywood speak.
Yeah, no, you're doing research, is what they say.
Yes, doing research.
But this book, we were talking about it in the makeup room, is actually for kids ages like 9 through 13.
Yeah.
And does it help them want to learn math or just?
I think so, because math has a lot of bad PR. People think of math as this huge, scary, evil thing. And I teach math in the context of, like, teen magazine stuff. It's, do you still have a crush on him? And personality quizzes. Are you a mathophobe? So I structured it, like a teen magazine, which is what I wanted to be reading at that age.
And to make it fun.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
people also think of math as a boys' thing.
Right,
And
yes.
that's another myth you want to dispel.
Absolutely. There's no reason why it should be a boys' thing or a girls' thing. It's just that most of the examples of textbooks, too, they center around boy-like things. It's sports and this and baseball averages. And so I just did the same thing for girl stuff.
But made it a little more girly.
I got to get the book. Because math just scares me. It always has, and I love the fact. I don't care if it's for 9 to 15-year-olds. I will be able to comprehend it.
She'll still be able to handle it.
It's just those topics, so anybody who wants to review fractions, decimals, proportions, ratios, unit conversions, all that stuff that I think comes up in life a lot. I mean, it does for me.
Do you actually teach it? Because I'm
Yes.
sure that a lot of boys would really be into math if you actually go in and teach the class.
Well, I don't know how much time I would have for teaching classes, but I'll be doing a lot of public speaking.
Did you know early on you had the math brain?
I always liked math, but like a lot of people, a lot of kids in middle school, I had a really rough patch where I felt like I couldn't do it at all. And I just had this brain freeze. It just felt like it was a foreign language. And that's one of the things I talk about in the book, is that it really is a foreign language. And when you realize that, you can be a little more patient with yourself, because you would never sit down in your French class and think you already spoke French. You hear something, I don't understand it. Oh, I'll never understand it. No, yes, you will, once you start learning the vocabulary and the structure and the rest of it.
What about acting? I mean, are you still doing acting?
Yes.
I'm looking at you, and I'm like, you need to be on the big screen all the time.
Oh, thank you. I just got back from Hawaii, doing a film for the Sci-Fi Channel, and I'm shooting an episode of How I Met Your Mother in September.
And I hear you're a huge fan of So You Think You Can Dance.
I'm a huge fan of all dancing shows, yes. So You Think You Can Dance, all that stuff. I love it. I TiVo it all.
Do you dance?
It's a hobby. I'm not a dancer. My mom was a professional dancer, so I was raised around it. But it's just a great form of exercise. I love what it does to your body.
Well, that can be your next book. Dancing doesn't suck.
No one thinks dancing sucks.
That's a good point.
Math is the one that needs help with the PR.
Are you surprised, by the way, the book comes out, and you're getting a lot of attention. The book's getting a lot of attention. You were Person of the Week on ABC News last week.
I know. I was so honored by that.
Book. I bet you thought, all right, we'll get the book out, we'll get a little pub, maybe we'll sell a few copies, but it's bigger than that right now.
Oh yeah, my publisher was like, well, it's a math book, so don't expect a lot. And I'm like, okay. And everyone is embracing it, which is a great feeling.
Well, Professor, thank you for being with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, Danica McKellar, the book is Math Doesn't Suck.
That's right.
Yeah, you can remember that title, right? Math Doesn't Suck.